warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Indrawati dari SMA Al-Falah Usaada, Kecamatan Pakuan Ratu, Kabupaten Waikanan. Saya adalah mahasiswa PPG dalam Jabatan Angkatan 2 tahun 2020 di Universitas Katolik Widya Mandala, Surabaya. Hari ini, hari Senin, tanggal 23 November 2020, saya akan melaksanakan praktik pembelajaran daring dalam rangka uji kinerja PPG dalam jabatan tahun 2020 Angkatan 2. Good morning, my students.
Good morning, Mom.
Could you hear well my voice?
Yes, Mom. I can hear well your voice.
Okay, good. How are you doing today?
I'm fine,
Mom.
How about you, Mom?
I'm very well today, and I'm very happy because I can see from your face that you are all very happy. Thanks for your sweet smile for this morning. Okay, well, students, are you ready for study English now?
Ready, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
Ready.
Good. If you have ready, please prepare everything you need, especially your English dictionary. Okay, students, I never bothered to remind you that because this is still in situation COVID-19, I hope all of us can keep our healthy by always wash our hand and then use our masks when we want to go anywhere. Okay, well, students, before we start our study, please for the chairperson lead the prayer first.
Okay, my friend. Before we start our study, let's pray together. Prayer begins. Pray finish.
Okay, thank you, chairperson. I would like to check your attendance first. Lilis Wulandari.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Ira Vitaria.
Present, ma'am.
Feren Dwi Lestari.
Present, ma'am.
Samsil Bahari.
Present, Mom.
Ari Setiawan.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, good. All of you have present. Students, I would like to know what do you remember about our lesson in the previous meeting? Do you still remember?
Yes, ma'am. In the previous meeting, we have practice in writing analytical exposition text, ma'am.
Okay, good. In your opinion, how about that activity?
It's very important for me, ma'am.
Okay, good. Do you understand about all of the material?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
If you have understand, for today we would like to discuss about the new material that is about the passive voice. What do you know about the passive voice?
In my opinion, passive voice or passive sentence is a sentence whose subject is subject to an action or activity.
Yes, you are right, Lilis. Passive voice is a sentence where the subjects receive action, not text action. Okay. Do you have watched the video that I shared to your handphone?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay, good. That is about the learning video of YouTube about the passive voice. But for today, I would like to share the slide of PowerPoint about our material. So please give your attention. I would like to share screen. Could you see the slide of PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am, I see.
Good. Okay, about passive voice. Okay, before I would like to give explanation about our basic competency. 3.5, applying social function, text structure, and linguistic elements of oral and written transactional interaction that involve giving and asking for information related to circumstance, action, activity, incident without mentioning the perpetrator in a scientific text according to the context of its use. Pay attention to the linguistic elements of passive voice. And then for the competency of indicator, analyzing the linguistic elements of the passive voice sentence in the text of oral and written transactional interaction that involve the acts of giving and asking for information related to circumstance, action, activities, even without needing to mention the perpetrator in a scientific text, according to the context of its use. And then select a sentence that contains a passive voice in an oral and written transactional interaction text that involves the acts of giving and asking for information related to circumstance, action, activities, even without needing to mention the perpetrator in a scientific text according to the context of its use. And then for the learning objective, first, analyzing the linguistic elements of the passive voice sentence in the text of oral and written transactional interaction. And then selecting a sentence that contains a passive voice in an oral and written transactional interaction text. Okay, this is the definition about the passive voice. What the passive voice? In a passive voice sentence, the subject and object flip-flop. The subject becomes the passive recipient of the action. For example, the tray of food was dropped by the writer. In the case, the dropping is the subject and it is being acted upon by writer. Okay, this is the formula of the passive voice. Subject plus be plus verb 3 add by and pronoun. This is example for the active sentence. This is form of the simple present tense. She buy a book. So the passive sentence becomes a book is bought by her. And then this is from the simple present continuous tense. So the passive sentence becomes English is being studied by me. 5 categories for the first simple present tense. You can see this is the formula of the active sentence, subject plus verb 1 plus object. And then the passive voice becomes subject plus to be plus verb 3. This is example. Somebody holds a ceremony. So the passive voice become a ceremony is held by somebody. And then the second, simple past tense. This is a formula of the simple past tense. Subject plus verb 2 plus object. And then the passive formula, subject plus was or were plus verb 3. This is example. The king of Majapahit built the castle. And then the passive voice became the castle was built by the king of Majapahit. And then 3, present continuous tense. This is a formula of active sentence, subject plus to be plus verb ing and plus object. And then passive formula, subject plus to be plus being and plus verb 3. This example, he is reading a novel every night. So the passive sentence become a novel is being read by him every night. This is a present perfect tense. For the active sentence formula, subject plus has or have plus verb 3 plus object. And then for the passive voice formula, subject plus have or have, has or have plus been plus verb 3. Example, she has bought a motorcycle. So the passive voice become a motorcycle has been bought by her. Okay, this is simple future tense. The formula is subject plus will or shall plus verb 1 plus object. And then the passive formula, subject plus will or shall plus be, and then plus verb 3. This is example. My mother will cook the fried chicken for me. So the passive sentence become the fried chicken will be cooked for me by my mother. Well, student, I would like to remind again the rules for changing active voice to passive voice. First, identify the subject to the verb and the object. And then second, change the object into subject. And then third, put the suitable helping verb or auxiliary verb. And then fourth, change the verb into the past participle form. And then fifth, add the preposition by. And then the last, change the subject into object. Students, here the link of YouTube that I have sent to your handphone, but for today I would like to play it again so you can remember. Next, we would like to discuss about the 5 questions in here. Next, we would like to discuss about the 5 questions in here. Maybe for number 1, parent will ask, and then the second, for the
Farron, and then the 3 for Iravita, and then the number 4 for Aris Setiawan, and then the number 5 for Samsul Bahari. And then and then next we would like to learn again. I will give you 10 questions that is about the multiple choice. So you can choose the best one. In here, the task, I would like to send the link of Google Form, or you can open your Google Classroom in here. Okay, but before we can discuss about our material about this, please now open the link of the Padlet to your handphone, and you can do it now. Okay, student, have done? Okay, I would like to check the Padlet.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to check the Padlet. Student, Padlet.
Yes, ma'am.
So good. Yes, I have found your answer here. For number one is parent Dwi Lestari. Your answer is games are played by Jack. Okay. What is the tenses of the first question? I think the tenses is simple present tense, right? Yes. Yes, Farron?
Yes.
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 The simple present tense, so the passive voice becomes games are played by Jack. Okay, number 2. Your answer, Lilis, game is played by Jack. Okay, what is the tenses from the second question, Lilis?
The tenses.
Present. Yes, simple present tense.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I think still the same, number 1 and number 2, but the differences is there is in the subject. For number 1, games. Games show the plural thing, that's yeah. So you use the to be are, and then number 2, game. Games show the singular form. So you use is as a to be. Okay, the number 3, Iravita. Your answer is English was studied by Jenny. Okay, number 3, because this is a simple past tense, so you make your answer English was studied by Jenny. Okay, good. Your answer is right. And then number 4, the answer from the Aris Setiawan. Number 4, that is, I think that tenses simple future, Aris, that is right. Yes, Aris.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right, Iris? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Yes, your answer is right. The soup will be cooked by me. Okay, I have 4 pictures. 4 pictures. Please discuss it together. For number 1, observe the picture and sentence below it? What information that you find from the picture and the sentence? Okay, who wanna try to answer number 1? What is the tenses of number 1?
The tense is simple present continuous.
Okay, good. So the active voice, she is listening to a song. So, what is the passive voice form?
A song is being listened.
Number 1, the answer, a song is being listened. Okay. Number 2, what is the tense of number 2? Vita, maybe you can answer.
The tense is simple present tense. Film is watched by Rian.
Okay, good. And then number 3. What is the tense of number 3?
The thesis is present perfect tense.
Okay, good. And then your answer? Number 3? Passive voice?
The book has been read.
Okay, good. Good, Lilis. And then the last picture, number 4. Who wanna try to answer? What is the tenses of number 4?
The tenses is simple past tense.
The woman wrote a letter to her mom yesterday. Okay, this is so the simple past tense. So, what is the passive voice? A letter was written
By the woman to her mother.
Okay, thank you. All of you have understand about this material. So please continue your assignment. You can open the link or you can open your Google Classroom. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I would like to share. I will give you 10 questions that is about the multiple choice. So you choose, you can choose the best one. In here, the task, I would like to send the link of Google Form, or you can open your Google Classroom in here. Again, about the Google Classroom. Can you see?
Yes, I see, Mom.
Okay, good. This is your task. There are 10 questions about the passive voice. Okay, please choose your name, your class, and then don't forget you should put the password. Password amazing class. Okay, I would like to give you time to do it 30 minutes. Okay, start from right now.
Yes, Mom.
Well, students have done? Have done do it?
Yes, Mom.
Finish, okay. Okay, if anyone having trouble, please ask me. If there are any word you don't know, please ask me. Okay, well, student, I would like to share your point from WhatsApp group after this lesson today. Well, student, I think that's all for our lesson today. And then I want to know, are you happy to follow my lesson today?
Yes, ma'am, I'm happy.
Okay, good. I hope
Yes, ma'am.
you happy and understand about our lesson today. Okay, I think that's all for now. But before we close our meeting, please make our reflection about our material today. In your opinion, what do you think about the passive voice? And then what is the difference between active and passive voice? Who would like to make a reflection? Maybe Samsul, you wanna try to make your conclusion? And don't forget to your speaker. Samsul, what is the passive voice? What do you think about the passive voice?
May I say more?
Yes, of course. Please.
Passive voice or passive sentence is a sentence whose subject is subject to an action or activity, and active voice is a sentence whose subject is active in carrying out an activity.
Okay, good. Any student want to try to give your opinion about the passive voice and active voice? Maybe Lilis, you want to try, or Irafita? Lilis?
In my opinion, passive voice is a form of sentence where the subject of the sentence receives action, not takes action, unlike active voice, which focuses on the party doing the action or doer of action. This form focuses more on the party or object that receives the result of an action or receiver of action.
Okay, you are right, Lilis. In passive voice, subject and the object flip-flop. The subject became recipients, became passive recipients to actions or of the action. So students, to make your comprehensions more, please continue your reading. Can you see? Can you see, students?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can continue to read this material at home for number 14 until the end. This is 19 of tenses that can be changed into the passive voice. So you can give the detailed information about the passive voice, because in here I put the explanation in bahasa. This is so many tenses in here, and the changes to become a passive sentence. Okay. Thank you for your nice attention today. Thank you for your reflection. Okay, but before we close our meeting, please, for the chairperson, Samsul, could you hear my voice? Samsul, because this is the last of our lesson, please, we close our meeting by praying together. Okay, Samsul, please close this meeting.
My friend, before we finish our study, let's pray together. Pray begins. Right, finish.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you very much. Don't forget to read again about this material so you will know about the material. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next meeting.
See you, Mom.
See you.